We are in a state of emergency. Tragedy. Know the song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your mind.
Come on now.
Morals are just, subjective. But when you have laws and things on paper that say, if you do this, we're going to punish you by incarcerating you, and you break them and you're dumb enough to get caught, then you're just dumb.
All right. Shout out to Reality's tip on the bill. Just from us, I got to get him on here, man. You talk about somebody polarizing. Whoa. that brother is, I'll leave that alone. Shout out to the brother, though, Justin.
Cicely Tyson, as you know, she's being remembered this morning for her genius as an actor, and yet her heart and humanity in blazing a trail for other Black performers is what many people are talking about today. The Oscar, Emmy, and Tony winner died yesterday, ending a hugely influential career that lasted through 7 decades. She was 96 years old, and we spoke with her a week ago before the release of her new memoir, Just As I Am. It came out on Tuesday, and she told us about the obstacles that she had overcome to make her dreams come true.
Whenever I'm offered a script, the first thing I do, I read a script 100 times or more. I just keep reading and reading until I feel it. When I get to the point where I feel like her skin has fitted my arm or my mind, my skin will tingle. Oh my God.
But let me preface my point with this story of Jeanette Salters, who renamed herself Mama Lena Diop, and her sister, who named herself Nzinga Jana. They inherited some land, acquired the land in Ghana, and was murdered by the locals. Why? Because they were Americans. A few of the natives didn't feel it was right that foreigners had a right to that land. So, we go back to Africa Negro.
Black people, it's all about the unity and living. They can do whatever. In a state of emergency. Tragedy. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear? Here it goes. Free your mind.
Anyway, I'm done. So, don't expect me to be on YouTube all the time. And, because none of you are helping me out. I have to go to work every day. I have to go to work, to make money. And none of y'all are dropping me $5 or nothing in my Cash App or nothing. So don't expect me to come on here making videos all the time, because that's not going to happen. Like I said, it takes a lot of energy to come on here and talk and make videos and put together, presentations, and all of that takes time and energy. Don't expect me to come on here talking and carrying on.
To bring out perfect harmony, Terry Ellis becomes the first of the divas to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. He's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
Hey, my brother, I had to call you and thank you personally again. I cannot disclose to you how happy I was to meet you in person, Myron. That was just amazing.
Daddy say I can't rock on nobody else's beat no more. Unless that beat be in mine, they can't see my clothes. Unless the beats be in mine, they don't sleep no more. They have been like crazy about my feet. Oh, clothes. They scrolling on the ground, scrolling on the ground. On Friday, they scrolling on the ground. They say, yeah, I be posted on the ground. What? I'm like Sojo on the ground. Yeah. It's the money round here. Call me, call me, not tell me wrong here. If you look at me, guys, come around here. I drip like the girls from the mommy round here. Oh, yeah. I'm from H-Town. I say, try to do me, she from H-Town. I say, try to go money, she from H-Town. They don't like that. They want to hate now. Oh, fresh, they solid on it. I don't need no peace like the guy with the wood. The colors on my nails, and I keep doing. I say, caramel, and my DJ is born. You see, I used to be a couple nights, so like, no, I just way better than you, but it's on my story. I'm fresh, y'all are doing. I'm a rising star. I come from the moon, I love hot fries. Y'all listen, juicy fruit. I might dip it on my Louis suit. And the Louis blues, I can get up to that Gucci blues. Couple loose, that's funny, like Gucci blues. But to put elbow, not me, cause I can't be touched. I put lip gloss on and touch my edges up. We play ding dong, bitchin', then we hit the bus. Beat the bully, hit the left, kids, kick the bus. Yeah, this black girl summer, they gon' coast me though. From coast to coast, everybody post to know. Not the lady girl, got the gold this love. You supposed to stand up, not wild with the OP though. Do the hokey pokey, yeah, turn myself around. Do the roof of fire, then I rush it to the ground. Let me smell a real good, then I took it to a ground. Every time, everybody tryna learn the sound. Right in my science, and I hit the road, yeah. Study was the play, like the pick of road, yeah. You just from the death, you get it cold, yeah. Working 95, my mother's gold, yeah. Hit stuff and gold, till I got to roll, yeah. Shooting in all the PCs, now I got to roll, yeah. You real ass shit, and I got to go. Better tell me, I ain't gotta run it up and go. And come on, that easy, like my fortune, let it ride forever. You don't get your cartoon, play when you listen to your cartoon. I am not a cartoon, I'm a sweet little angel. Cutie patootie, real dancer, I don't just shake booty. You don't wash your hands up, you got the cootie. Chico, I'm on the gang, please rescue me. Chico.
in the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper, the gatekeeper, the host of this ministry. I am known on social media, wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angelsnupnup7. I am your soul brother, number one. Right before my appearance, I just had to give a little shine to this little 12-year-old soul sister. I saw the video on Facebook, and I yeah, gatekeeper. Yeah. I was just going through the videos. Actually, they were just flying by. I really don't listen to a lot of videos. I really don't. It just so happened that I heard her breaking these bars down. And I listened, and I'm like, wow, this little baby girl got it going on. I mean, she was flowing. There was no kind of breaking her flow. She was in time with the music, and she was doing what she got to do. Now, I am an entertainer by heart. I always wanted to write movies. I wanted to sing and dance. I wanted to do anything to do with entertainment. I wanted to do. And it was Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5 influence, that made me want to do music. But I wanted to act, and I wanted to write movies and draw superheroes and things of that nature. But when I was introduced to what we call the struggle, when I was introduced to this thing that we was born into, this oppression, when I was introduced to that, and there was a need to get ourselves up out of that. So as a child, I decided to push my own personal wants. Listen, I did this as a child. Many of you are grown. You are adults. And you put what you personally want on the forefront more so than what is needed and what is in the best interest of a people, your own selfish personal needs. But as a child, I was a baby, 7, 8, 9 years old. I decided, even though I love entertainment, I decided at some point, this struggle that I saw Dr. King was in, this struggle that I saw the Black Panthers and Malcolm, and this struggle was more important than singing and dancing and foot shuffling and in front of Caucasians or blacks or whoever, trying to get applause. That struggle, this struggle is more important. So I will take my talent and I will invest that talent into the struggle. And this is what I decided as a child. I was not interested in fancy suits and fancy houses and cars, and I wanted us to be liberated. I wanted us to be free from an oppressor. This decision I made as a child, this decision, there was no adult that influenced me. It was something as a child I recognized there was a need, and my priority was, this is more important than singing and dancing and rapping and whatever. So even though this beautiful young lady at 12 years old, wonderful, as you can see, wonderful rap artist, but she's a slave, a rapping slave. And see, that's the reality of it. We get caught up in our money, in our talent, in our education. You don't want nobody to tell you you still a slave. So she rapping really nice. A little baby slave. You got a beautiful car. You're a slave that drive a beautiful car. You're a slave with a black business. You're a slave with all these degrees on your wall. You're nothing. You have no power. You're nothing to speak of. And so your little rapping and your little education and your little money makes you comfortable. It makes you feel better in your oppression, but you are a slave. And this is what many don't like about Angelsnupnup7 is because I have no choice but to keep it real. I'm not going to live in no fantasy world, no delusions and make-believe. As they used to say in the hood, perpetrating a fraud. We don't do that here. So she's a slave. And maybe she'll get a rap contract and maybe she'll be the next, what, Cardi B or that Megan Thee Stallion woman, or I hope she don't rap the way they do. And that's good. But also it's bad because the only thing it does is make us comfortable being slaves. We're nothing but slaves that were set free. Set loose, rather. We're not free. Because free people determine their destiny. Free people make their own laws and policy. Free people don't depend on other people for food, clothing and shelter, water, electricity, or whatever you need, baby diapers. Free people produce what they need or what they want. That's what free people do. So she can rap, and when she make her money, she still depends on somebody else to give her water and food and shelter and whatever else she wants. Her money don't give her that. She's still under the domination and the laws of people who tell her what she can and cannot do with her money. And as a child of a descendant of slave born in America, when she reached for her money in her pocket, she got to look at racists who lynched her people, raped her mothers and raped her fathers and burned us at the stake and tar and feathered and enslaved and treated you like animals for hundreds of years and made it a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, a way of life. So as they would say, kudos to the little soul sister. And of course, we wish all our people the best. But there's nothing best about being a comfortable slave, because you can pay your bills, because you can live comfortable in your oppression, because you're still a slave, you're still a nigger in this country, in this environment, no matter what you do. Your talent and your money and your degrees and where you live, or that make you feel better. But you have no power. So what? So she's going to have to go as a upcoming rap artist. She's going to have to go to where the power is. To the Caucasian Jews or whoever that got the power. Can I be a rap artist? She can't come to her own people because you have nothing. You have no power. And the ones that do have a little influence, a little power, not going to help you. They looking out for themselves. I don't want to bring too many niggas in here because it'll mess my groove up. That's how they think. You stay in the projects. You stay in the hood where you come from. If you make it on your own. I'm not going to help you. So that's why our communities suffer, is because you have those with that mindset, that mentality. I'm going to make it, and I'm not going to go back to where I come from to help those who can't make it. I'm going to give my money, my wealth to my enemies. I'm going to live in Bel Air. I'm going to live in some other rich Caucasian community where they can tolerate you. They don't like you. They tolerate you because of the law. Not even because of your money, because of the law. Your money don't mean nothing to them. The law says that we cannot discriminate and all that kind of stuff. If it wasn't for the law, even these rich Negroes, because there was a time where our famous had no choice but to live with us. They wasn't allowed to live with the rich white folks. They wasn't allowed to do that. So you had a lot of rich and wealthy black Negro, whatever you want to call us. They had to live in the hood. They had to stay with us. There was a time. But as soon as the white man said, all right, y'all can come on here and y'all can come, there you go. And they blamed that on Dr. King. Dr. King didn't have nothing to do with that. This is a slave mentality. They always wanted to be with massa. Just like your dog. You can kick your dog in the ass, starve your dog to death, and that dog still want to turn around and lick your hand and kiss your boot. Domesticated animal. Your slave. And that's how it is with us. Out of all the evil, you would think that we would be happy to stay the hell away from these people. But as soon as they got the opportunity, and you want to blame Dr. King had nothing to do with integration. That was a slick, that was a slick thing that the white people done. I grew up during this, a lot of the civil rights era. I never heard none of our people talk about, I sure can't wait to go to the white man's stove because his ice colder than ours. I never heard that kind of talk. We was happy going to our own stores, trading among ourselves. We didn't have no problem with that. It was the Caucasian people. It's cheaper and it's better to integrate the Negro than allow you equally to produce your own, because to produce your own means you will begin to become independent of him, and you will rely on him less. So he wants to keep you independent. It's like, damn, how if we let these Negroes go out here and they have to take care and do for themselves, that's gonna mess our groove up. So let them come. And the slave, so excited about being close to his master. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm glad to go to Walmart. I can go to Walmart. I can go to Arby's and get me a roast beef sandwich. I can go now. I can do all the wonderful slave Negro things I always wanted to do. Don't blame that on Dr. King. Blame that on the slave mentality. Because ain't nothing stopping them right now from segregation voluntarily themselves. They don't want to. They want to be with massa. Just like that dog, that pet dog, domesticated animal. You love your master no matter what massa do to you. That's not Dr. King's fault. Dr. King and all our freedom fighters, the only thing they wanted was justice. They was tired of being humiliated. Why do I have to sit on the back of the bus and I pay the same fare? I'm paying the same taxes. That's all. They wanted to be treated fair. You didn't hear them have no sign talk about, I want to live with the white man, integration. That was the crap that the cracker put on us. And you blame Dr. King. Dr. King had nothing to do with that. Dr. King has been gone for years. And these Negroes, as soon as they get a chance, they want to run and be with Massa. So how is that his fault? Well, yes, see, he started it. No, it was started on the slave plantation. 400 years before Dr. King or his mother or his grandfather ever come into existence. That's where it started, on the slave plantation. And dogs and domesticated pets do the same, have the same kind of mentality. You give them a chance to be free, open the gate, they won't leave. Because Massa take care of them. See, Oprah can have all the money in the world, but she don't have the responsibility of making laws and controlling nothing. She can just enjoy her fame. She don't have that kind of responsibility of government and trying to control something and doing what's in the best interest of the people. The only thing she have to do is smile, shuffle, scratch where you don't itch, and enjoy her slave Negro life. With all due respect, I'm not trying to make mockery of nobody. I'm not trying to down nobody. This is the reality of it. Don't blame Dr. King because you're a slave. Don't blame Dr. King because our people, that started on the slave plantation a long, long time ago. And it has not stopped. Even many of you say we have a slave mentality. So if we have a slave mentality, what the hell are you blaming Dr. King for? Plus, he was a slave, had a slave mentality himself. And contrary to popular belief, many of these black power type folks, Hotep, they are slaves too. A Kemetic slave, black power slave, Hebrew Israelite slave, all of you, nothing but a bunch of slaves. The only ones that I really know of are that's free in the mind are those who come and listen on this platform. Really free. Really know how it needs to be done. Really know how to roll. The rest ain't nothing but slaves looking for a plantation. Looking for a slave master. I don't like the white man, so let me go to the Kemetic slave plantation. Let me go to the Nation of Islam plantation. Let me go to the Hebrew Israelite plantation. Let me find somebody that can be my massa. I got to have a massa. So, brother 85, will you be my massa? Will you be my massa? I'm looking for a massa. How you gonna be liberated and you still have a slave mind? How you gonna be liberated? Looking for liberation and you still think like a slave. That's why they don't want to understand, don't give a damn, cannot comprehend. When we talk about the Mississippi campaign, it flies all over their head because they slaves. They don't want to build something of their own. They just want a plantation that they can go to where massa is nice. You see, when I go to the Nation of Islam, they give me free bean pie. They nice. They talk to me nice at the Hebrew Israelite plantation. They good. They good at it. Feel good to be at church on that plantation. I'm going to the Church of Involved. I'm going to the Church of Involved. I want Terry Ellis to be my massa. I wouldn't mind that. Terry could be my, she could be my masserist. Is that the female version of Masaris? What's the female? If your Masa is a female, what do you say? Is Masa male and female? I don't know how that works because I'm not interested anyway. I'm not interested in being nobody's slave. I would rather be dead. And see, this is the reason why they cannot comprehend and don't want nothing to do with how we roll here, because they're not real about theirs. They just want to be comfortable on the slave plantation. That's all they want. They want to be comfortable on the slave plantation. We don't do that here. We are 1000% liberation of the mind. 1000% liberation of the body. I'm not interested in your slave plantation. So again, see, I don't hate on nobody, because if I hated on somebody, I would not put this little girl, bring her before you so that we can enjoy her talent. But she's a baby. She don't know. We are adults. We are the ones that's supposed to pave the way for her to go and guide her so they may walk in the best of manner. Adults. As adults, we continue to fail because instead of getting the little girl off the plantation, we trying to make it more comfortable for her and think this is the way, slave life is the way you're supposed to live. Just show the massa. Just show massa that you can foot shuffle and you can rap and sing and entertain and be a damn clown, and everything will be all right. Absolutely. If she rap, we are the ones that's supposed to control that rap. If she sing, we supposed to control that. But she's out there, and any kind of wolf, any kind of beast can gobble her up. So I give her shine. And not only her, because I have no fear of nobody's ideology, nobody's beliefs. I can bring any of these disciplines here. It don't bother me none. I can give it shine, but you're afraid of me. And you fear me because I might free your people from your slave plantation. There's no slaves on my plantation. We don't make slaves here. We liberate people from the plantation. We free people from the chains. The white man's chain and the Negro chains. And whatever chain that want to try to bind us together. We don't play that here. So I'm not worried about you coming here speaking and saying whatever you need to say. I have no fear of that because nobody here want to go to a plantation. And that's all you got to offer is another slave plantation. And we don't do that here. We want our own independent nation, not a plantation, a plant. We want our own nation. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. So, I wanted to talk about very briefly the topic that we chosen was Angelsnupnup7 is one weird dude. I'm one weird dude. Now, in the description box, there's a link to the very first social media website I ever had back in 2007. And on that link, I put my psychiatric evaluation, the last psychiatric evaluation, on that link. I did it. Nobody did their research. Nobody got the information. I put that out there because you couldn't get the information without me, because it's private. It's under HIPAA law. But I have no shame. I was locked up unjustly for 10 years. There's no shame. Given a false diagnosis of some illness, there's no shame. Brothers, soul brothers go to jail and prison every day on false charges. And some of it might be true and they are overpunished. There are innocent brothers on death row right now. So I'm not ashamed. I'm just one of thousands. And the sad thing about it is, when we cool, when we friends, you can understand these things. Oh, brother, they did you wrong. That ain't nothing but the prison, school to prison pipeline type of thing. You understand that until you hate somebody. Oh, I see why you in the crazy house. When somebody say something that you don't like, you disagree with or whatever, now I understand why the white man, now you said that the white man is a liar. You telling the people don't take his vaccine, and he's a deceiver, he's a devil. Oh, but when it comes to me, oh, he was justified. Yeah, I see. You don't believe in Allah. You don't believe in astral projection and blah, blah, blah. I see why you crazy. Now you believe in everything that the white man said. Bunch of frauds, hypocrites. These are the same people that talk about black unity. I don't want nothing to do with you. F black unity. I'm not looking for that no more. Because y'all fakes and you frauds. The only thing you want is somebody to be on your slave plantation. You're not interested in no unity. In order for me to be your friend, you want me to stop talking about Kemet and the Hebrew Israelite stuff and stop talking against God and all that beautiful slave crap that y'all love. I don't want nothing to do with you anyway. Negro told me yesterday, I want to build with you, but you're weird. Well, first of all, Negro, you're not building nothing. And I asked him, show me what you have done between 2010 and 2020. Show me what you've done. And he's going to give me a link to a website that has nothing on it except speeches from John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben and Francis Cress Wilson and some videos about Africa. What is that? That's all from 2010 to 2020. That's all you was able to do was put up a website so dead people, because Francis Cress Wilson, may she rest in peace, she's not here no more. Dr. Clark is not here no more. Dr. Ben is not here no more. The majority of the stuff that's on his website, the people are dead. The people are dead. They no longer exist. They're gone. They follow dead people. How is dead? What is dead people? How are dead people going to help the living? That's why you're not able to accomplish nothing, because you're following dead folks. Dead folks don't need a hospital. Dead folks don't need a black business. Dead folks don't need a school. Dead folks don't need their own nation. Their time is up. It's the living. And you do nothing for the living. You tell the living, let's go see what the dead gonna do. They're not gonna do nothing for you. They're not gonna do nothing for me. As many of you know, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. All these people talk, we building and what we doing. What did you do? I was laying in the hospital. Plus, I'm not going to do nothing anyway. I'm not going to build for a bunch of Negroes that don't want nothing. I'm not your savior. I'm not your Messiah. I'm not divine. I'm none of those things. When you feel as though you want to do something for yourself, I will help. You don't want to do nothing for yourself? I could care less. I don't care if you go extinct. I'm not going to sit around here and cuddle you. You a king and a queen and la-di-da and kiss your little knee when you fall. We don't do that here. And see, most of those people, when you fall, kiss you on your knee, call you a god and a goddess, they want your money. They want to fill your head up with all this feel-good stuff. Then they say, how much money can you give me? And you feel so good now, the black man is God and I'm a king and I'm a queen, and they make you feel so good. Let me give you $10. Let me give you $20. Let me give you $1,000 for making me feel good. And that's what you see. That's what you see. And you get nothing. You've been feeling good from 2010 to 2020. You've been feeling good, but you got nothing. You making all this investment in Farrakhan, Young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, and Sonetta, and the list goes on and on. You putting all this investment in all these people, and you get nothing. What's that stock? That stock that's going up, GameStop or whatever it is. People are investing in Reddit or however that stuff go. You invest in things so that you can get a return. I don't care what it is. When you chase a woman and you want to get married or whatever, you are investing in her, so hopefully she'll be a good wife, and y'all can get together and produce a nice family and all that kind of good stuff. It's an investment. And you get pissed off when she and you put so much into this relationship and it all fall apart. It's an investment. And you get angry and upset, and you should, because you put a lot of effort in this. Here we are, putting all this effort into all this black power, black first, Pan-African. You put all your energy, your money, your time, and your effort into these things, and you get little investment. It's like investing $1 million into the stock market, and you only get $1,000 back. So I'm weird because I don't follow dead people. I give them respect and I give them honor and I would give them praise, but I know they cannot help me. And I learn from their mistakes so that I may not fumble as I move forward. But dead folks cannot help you. This is a fact. The ancestors talk. The ancestors don't say a damn thing. That's a lie. Ancestors don't tell you nothing. The ancestors couldn't help themselves. Where was the ancestors at on the slave plantation for 400 years? The ancestors didn't talk to the slaves. Why the ancestors didn't help them for 400 years? It took a civil war to get us physically free. A civil war between the oppressors to get us physically free. It was not done by no ancestors or no gods or demons and spooks and all this other stuff that y'all believe in. Have a childish mentality. And see, they talk about our sister Frances Cress Wilson, but she talked about in her writings how immature we are, especially these men. These men are so I've never been around men so childish as the ones that I meet on social media. They are really, really childish. Emotional, get angry so fast and silly. I'm like, I really wish I was living in a dream world, but I'm not. And these women are following these childish, emotional men. In vogue. Where are they? Where are these men taking you? Nowhere. From 2010 to 2020, the only thing this man could show me is a website with videos and lectures by dead people. Most of them are dead. That's the best that's the best your man can do. That's the best. For 10 years, that's the best your man can do. I'm weird because that's not acceptable. That's acceptable. He accepts that. That's not acceptable here. But that's acceptable. And you wonder why you don't progress. You don't progress because you're not asking for progress. You're not making those who you give your money and support to, you're not holding them accountable. The only thing, as long as they make you smile, as long as you feel good, that's all that's required. You're not asking for nothing. So you're not going to get nothing. I want my own nation. That's just talk. You wouldn't know what to do with your own nation if you got it tomorrow. You don't know how to run nothing. You don't know nothing about the infrastructure of a state. You don't know nothing about building highways and skyscrapers and nuclear power plants. There's a whole lot of things that you have no idea of what to do. You don't know how to do nothing. Find you a slave plantation, get you a good massa, keep doing what y'all been doing. That's your best bet. I don't blame you because being independent, wanting something of your own, that's a big responsibility. And you ain't ready yet. I think there was a rap song, had those lyrics. You ain't ready yet. You ain't ready yet. Nowhere close. Angelsnupnup7 is weird because if I invest in something, I want a return. I'm weird. Why do you play the lottery? You play the lottery, you invest that dollar, and you know the odds are high, but you invest that dollar in hopes that one day maybe you'll win $1 million or 1,000 or something. Is Black power? Is Pan-Africanism? Hebrew Israelitism, or whatever you want to call it? Is that like playing the lottery? It's not supposed to be like the lottery. What you're dealing with is a bunch of incompetent people that just don't know what they're doing. They just talking, running their mouths. They have no idea. They have information. They don't know what to do with it. They've done their research. They don't know what to do with it. They just out here just like a drowning person, just flapping around in the water. Don't know how to swim at all. Be the best slave that you can be. Yeah, I'm weird because I don't want to be a slave. To you or to the white man or the Chinese guy, nobody, or African, I don't want to be a slave. I'm not going to be a slave to none of you. So, yeah, I'm weird because you're still a slave, and those who come here, we're not. We're not slaves in the mind. And the only reason why we remain slaves, because that's who we surrounded by. Because the people we come from, y'all want to stay slaves. That's why I'm in the condition I'm in, but I'm not a slave like you. You want me to be a slave like you. I couldn't be a slave like you, even if I tried. I can't do it. I can't even pretend. So yes, I'm weird. I'm weird because I want real liberation. I don't want to be just my imagination. I want it to be real. I'm not going to talk about it unless it's real. These folks talk like they free, like they doing something. You're nothing but slaves. A bunch of Pharaoh slaves running around hoping Massa don't kick your ass. You don't control and rule nothing. Then you come on your video and you want to try to show the other slaves how smart you are. How are you smart when the only thing you want to do is be on a plantation? Whether it's the white man plantation or a Pan-African plantation, you just want to be a Negro slave. You don't impress me. So roll out. I don't want your unity. I don't want to unify with slaves. I want to unify with free people. And free people understand the power of unity, and that's what free people are going to do. But a slave don't understand that. So you on your slave plantation, he on his slave plantation, she on her slave plantation. That's how y'all roll. Bunch of Pharaoh slaves. Be the best slave you can be. So they go to the link that I provide, that I put it there. Because I'm not ashamed. I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm a victim. I'm a victim of evil. But since you disagree with the things that I say, oh, I see why you was in the crazy house. Because I refuse to embrace this imaginary fantasy stuff. Is this reality? How do you know we live in reality? See, people like that, I guess you never got shot. You never had surgery. Because if you got shot and you feel that bullet still in your flesh, you're going to find out this is the only reality. You ain't flying to no other dimensions or no other. This is reality. You get hit by a car. You got to go under the knife and they put you to sleep. And when you wake up, you all cut up, knowing somebody done cut your guts to bits. There's only one reality. There are no other realities. There's only one. Any other reality is your imagination, your fantasy, and your delusions. There is no other. So since I won't and I refuse to embrace these things that don't make any sense, something is wrong with me. But they believe they can fly out their body and go out into the universe, and there's different realities and dimensions. But there's nothing wrong with you. You want to get angry at me because I just want you to prove it. While I'm talking right here live on video, bring your astral projecting ass, come sit next to me. I'll make some room. I'll make some room so that you can sit right here next to me. Come on. Astral project out your body, lay down, astral project, fly out your body, and come here and sit with me. And what can I say? I'm like, wow, here's so-and-so. It's some kind of image right here, y'all. This person astral project out their body is right here with me. I can't hear their voice, but they here with me. I wouldn't lie on you. I'm like, wow, it's incredible. It's not going to happen. It's a lie. Told to you by a man. Not by no demon, not by no spirit or no spook, not by a fellow astral project person, by a flesh and blood person that never left their damn body. You believe in this nonsense. You make all this stuff in your head. It's not real. The same thing with your God. There's no need to debate. Right. There's no need to debate. There's no need to argue. Let me just bring your God, tell your God to come right here. I'm gonna make room so your God, I'm not gonna bite. Matter of fact, I might be a little scared. Here comes some kind of mysterious being thing that come here and sit with me. But I would tell the audience, hey, their God is here, sitting right next to me. Hey, y'all, God is real, right here. Tell your God to come on the live stream, Facebook, YouTube, wherever. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's your imagination. It's delusion. It's a damn lie. Right. Your God and your spirits and your demons will come true just as quick as these ladies will come out this poster and become real. And I'll be waiting. Terry can sit right here on my lap. Y'all gonna have to stand. Terry sit on my lap. See, that's my imagination. See, that's the same way that y'all think, except you think it's real. See, Terry she's sitting on my lap right now. It's my imagination, but it's real to me. I can see it. She's sitting, woo, Terry is soft. Ooh, my goodness. That's my imagination. And if I think about it enough, I might think it's real. But it's not. If you think it's butter, but it's not, it's chiffon. So I'm weird because I reject your fantasy teachings. I'm weird. Because I question your belief. That makes me weird. So they want to say that I'm mentally disturbed. Now, this is the good thing. This is the good thing about, well, it was a bad experience. Locked up in the crazy house. But the good thing is, for 10 years, these people have studied me. These people do not like me, but they have studied me for 10 years. So the report is right there in the description box, the link. You can go read the report yourself. And when you finish, make sure in the end, it says very clear, this man does not need medication. This man has no mental illness. Make sure when you run your damn mouth, make sure you include the whole thing. But see, y'all liars and deceivers, and you don't want to tell the whole truth because you're a liar, you're a deceiver. In the report, it says, I never took those drugs in the report. There it is. What they said, whoops, there it is. Whoops, there it is. The reason why you have so much problem messing with me is because I'm real. Because I'm real. That's the reason why. You cannot quit. There's nothing that you can mess with me about. Now, they want to attack my person. Oh, you crazy. You wear a blue shirt. But if you notice, they never really want to get down with the ministry that I bring. They never want to get down with Operation Exodus Mississippi. Show us that Mississippi campaign, that's a messed up plan. Show us. Do your research. Show your information. You can't. It's the best thing that we got going for us. Y'all try all this other stuff and you continue to fail. You don't have good leadership. You keep doing the same stuff over and over again. And in psychiatry, when you do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, that's called insanity. Now, if you could read my whole report, and I would be happy to send you my whole 10-year record. I got it right here in a box. I'll go to one of those places where they make all these copies. You send me $100. I'm not ashamed of nothing. You might read some stuff I didn't read. I would, for $100, I would send you my whole 10 years worth of stuff when I was in the crazy house. But see, it's not that important to you. See, if you really was interested in the truth and you really want to bring me down with the truth or what you think might be true, then you would invest that $100, get my enemy. These are my enemy's words. You go through their reports and you use that against me, but you can't. I didn't do nothing crazy. They don't report nothing. And you already know that. That's why you're not going to spend the money to do that. You're not going to find nothing. I'm not going to sit around 10 years worth of reports and go through there and try to erase and take out. It ain't even that serious. If you really wanted to get me, mess with me personally, then you would do that. It's not that serious. You want to be cheap and lie. You're a cheap liar. If there was some, like y'all, you hear me talk about Mr. Farrakhan all the time. If somebody came to me and they really had some real valid stuff on Mr. Farrakhan that would blow everybody's mind, I would pay that. I might pay $1,000 to get that information. What you got? But y'all, you're not going to do that. You just slanderers, liars, emotional. You get upset because nobody want to believe your garbage. I don't care if you don't believe or support the Mississippi. I don't care. That's your business. You the loser. I don't care. I don't care if you don't believe in what I say. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care. Get in line. There's a whole lot of people that don't like me. There's a whole lot of people, and for no reason. Why you don't like me? What I do to you? You don't even know me. The only thing you know is what I say. You don't know me personally. Sister Noble knows me personally. Brother Taalik know me personally. And some others. They know me personally. Sister Rashida have met me personally, and I talk to her on the phone all the time. You don't know me at all, period, whatsoever. You don't know nothing about me at all. I don't want to know you. You're a creep, a piece of trash, sewer rat, troublemaker, nothing but a slave that's a hater that want to keep other people on the slave plantation with your happy ass because you found a massa, a nice massa that's good to you. Or you don't want to die. I'm not going to die. I'm conscious energy. Energy never dies. That's false. Energy has to have something to feed on. And once that, whatever it is that that energy feed on, once it's gone, it goes out. That's how energy works. And there's no energy that is conscious. In order to be conscious, you have to have a brain. Fire does not have a brain. All that nuclear power in those facilities is not conscious. It has no brain, not even an artificial brain. It has no way, this energy has no way to be conscious. What is the energy feeding on to make it alive? Because it's in a state of living. What is it feeding on? How is it operating? You don't know. And everything these people present is based upon what we know in this world. You can't go outside of it. It's all your imagination. Delusions and fantasy. So Angelsnupnup7 is weird because I'm not into your gods and ghosts and demons and spirits and spooks. I don't do that. It's not real. It's real only to you. And when you die, your astral projection dies, your conscious energy dies, your gods, Allah, the creator, the most high, and all these gods, all that stuff die with you. Because that's the only way it exists. If people stop believing in Allah, stop believing in Jesus, it won't exist no more. This is a fact. When you stop talking about Jesus and Allah and astral projection, you would even know it you would even know nothing. You wouldn't even know it even was talked about. It'll all be gone. And slowly but surely, the time is coming when all these things, all these belief systems, gonna die. When you look at science fiction, they don't talk about Jesus or Allah or none of this stuff that y'all talking about in the future. When you're looking at Star Trek and all these fictional in the future type stories, they don't talk about gods and goddesses and all that old stuff that y'all talking about. It's over. It's outdated. It's archaic. How you gonna tell me about astral projection and in my flesh and blood, I could get in a spaceship and go to different dimensions and galaxies? I don't have to die. My flesh don't have to die. I got a spaceship. I use my brain. I have the technology. I can do it on my own. I don't have to die. So I don't tell me about you're going to die and turn into conscious energy and go to different dimensions. I can get into my spacecraft and I can go to Galaxy 5 and Galaxy 10 in different dimensions. Matter of fact, I can do time travel and go backwards in time. I don't have to dream. My technology, my brain can take me there. And that's reality. It's a lot of things that we're doing right now. It used to be science fiction. It wasn't real. Now we living in reality. Actually, we are behind the time. Some of you, I'm going to say this in closing, some of you may be familiar with that cartoon called The Jetsons. And the Jetsons was supposed to be how we're supposed to be living in the year, I believe, 2000 or something. And we far past that. And our technology is nowhere like what was represented on the Jetsons cartoon. But as long as we have this brain and we have these hands, we can make what was in our imagination real. But you can't make Allah real. You can't make Jesus real. You cannot make all these things real. Because they are outside of reality. They are not possible. They're not possible. It's just characters of somebody's imagination. So yes, Angelsnupnup7 is weird. And they use the word dude. You've been watching too much Happy Days. Too much Fonzie or something. Too much beach blanket bingo. You know, too much white folks television. Because I know when I was coming up, soul brothers and sisters, black people, we don't talk that way. What's up, dude? We don't. We look at you like, what? What's up, dude? What's up, brother? What's up, my man? That's how we talk. What's up, bruh? My nigga? What's up, dude? This black folks on YouTube, social media, Facebook. They get mad at me. The first thing they say, look here, dude. Look here, dude. Y'all been watching too much Dukes of Hazzard or something. Y'all been watching the General Lee jump the creek too many damn times or something. Been watching Bart Simpson too much. Family Guy or some crap. We don't talk that way. You want me to be an African. You want me to be a Native American Aboriginal. I'm weird because I don't want to be somebody I've never been. You dress up like an African. You want to dress up like an Indian. And put on feathers. Look creepy as hell. Because everybody know you're a nigga. Even when you dressed up like you're supposed to be African. People know that you're not no African. That's not real. I don't want to be real. Now, I can wear a dashiki, but I'm not going to say I'm an African. No more if I was wearing my karate gi and talk about I'm Chinese. No, it's just some clothes. I like the dashiki. I like the design, whatever, but I'm not an African. I'm not, I'm not from Venezuela. I'm not none of those things. I'm not that. I'm happy in the skin I am. I'm in. I am not ashamed to be a descendant of a slave. And that's where my origins begin. I'm not ashamed of that. You might be ashamed of that. Because if you look at black history in this country, to be a people slaved for over 400 years, we some bad mama jammas. The only thing holding us back is ourselves because we want to be on the slave plantation. The white man say, you off the plantation and you steady trying to get back on. Then the white man said, you can't get on my plantation. Well, I get on the I get on the Nation of Islam plantation. I get on the Kemetic plantation. Hebrew Israelite. I got to get on some kind of plan. I got to serve somebody. I got to follow somebody. I got to copy somebody. Because you shame me or you don't understand your own uniqueness, who you are. I'm soul brother number one. Where did I get that from? From soul brother, the original soul brother number one, James Brown. That's not good enough for you. That's good for me. I love it. You want to be some king and queen and whatever. Don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. You don't have nothing. And you talk about the ancestors. The ancestors gave us soul power, gave us soul brother number one, gave us the godfather of soul, the queen of soul, gave us the funky divas of soul. Our ancestors who are alive right now today, you want to copy some people that you don't know nothing about, living in Africa, living here in the Americas, you don't know nothing about them either. And you got your own ancestors who are alive right now that you spit in their face because they was embracing who they were. They were creating their own identity, embracing their own uniqueness. They're not interested in trying to be somebody they never was. Maybe our ancestors was African. Maybe they was Aboriginal. I am not that. You're not that. No matter how hard you try. We're not that. We're hundreds and hundreds of years removed from that. That's the reality of it. So I'm weird because I can accept who I am, and I can create my own identity, my own language, and be who I want to be. I'm the creator. How you gonna be God? You gonna talk? I'm a God. How you gonna be a God copying somebody else when God's supposed to be a creator? I'm the God because I want to create. Because I want to create. See, you want to study history. I want to make history. You want to research and get the information from history. I want to make history. You want to read about it. I want to be about it. I want our children to look up to us. They can talk about Dr. King. They can talk about Malcolm. They can talk about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They can talk about all our people in the past, Harriet Tubman. But our children should be looking up to the greatest example they could ever find. Their own living and breathing people that's alive right now. Our children should be able to go outside. And even though they may not live in Mississippi, they can tell their friends, where you going on vacation? We going to Mississippi. That's our Mecca. That's our Medina. That's the heart of our nation, Mississippi. When you go to Mississippi, we make the laws. We make the policy. We run this show. And when you continue to get strong, we took a poverty-stricken state and made it rich and wealthy and healthy. And now we're on our way to Alabama and Georgia. We want to take over the South like we could have done generations ago. And the children can look at you and me and be proud of their parents that's alive today. But you sit on your ass and you look at that massa for guidance, for things. Oh Allah, will you? Oh Jesus, will you? Oh Minister Farrakhan, will you? Tariq Nasheed, will you? Young Pharaoh, will you? Terry Ellis, will you? Oh, you just looking for a slave master. You don't have to do that no more. The answer is right here. The only thing you got to do is let people know that it exists, and let's get to work and sacrifice and suffer and do whatever we need to do to be successful, even if it means your life, so that our babies can live, put them in a better position in this reality. Oh no, you're not going to do that. You're going to tell the children, look for Jesus, look for Allah. Don't worry, when you die, just fly out your body to another planet. That's what you teaching our children. I want to say something. You pathetic scum. Guiding the children to this hell, which is just a condition of life. Their destiny is nothing to be slaves. So why, Twin said, why don't I say it? So I don't want to build with you. All thing you want to do is be on a plantation. I don't want to build nothing on your plantation. I don't want your brotherhood. I don't want your unity. Your unity and your brotherhood come with strings attached. You want somebody to kiss your ass. You want somebody to kiss your little knee when you fall down. When you cry, cuddle you like a little baby. Oh, little Kemetic, oh, little Hebrew Israelite, oh, little nation of Islam. You want somebody to cuddle you? Here go my titty. Here you go. I'm a male. I don't really have a lot of titty, but there you go. Suckle on my breast. There you go. You want somebody to treat you like a baby. Well, one thing for sure, this Peckerwood ain't gonna treat you like no baby. When it's time for him or China or whoever it is to make that move, you're not gonna be treated like no baby. They're gonna give you the ass whooping or the graveyard, what you asked for. That's all they have to offer. Buy my hoodies, buy my DVDs, come to my lecture, donate. That's all they do is taking your money and give you nothing in return. That's not acceptable here. But that's acceptable on the slave plantation. And you know why? Because Massa is taking care of the Nation of Islam. Massa is taking care of the Kemetics. Massa is taking care of the Hebrew Israelites. Massa is taking care of all that pro-black power, all that stuff, whatever you blackity black, aboriginal. Massa taking care of all of you Negroes. That's why you do what you do. Because you know Massa got your back. That's why. If Massa didn't have your back, you'd be thinking a whole lot different. Because then you know we got to get together. I don't have to like you. We don't have to be friends, but I need you in order to get off this slave plantation once and for all. I need Angelsnupnup7. I need Brother Twin. I need Brother Soul Brother 85. I need Sister Nova. I need all of us. We need each other, regardless to our beliefs and differences. But see, Massa got your back and you comfortable. So you can say, I don't need that nigga. I don't need that weird nigga, Angelsnupnup7. I don't need that. I don't need him. I don't need no Soul Brother 85. What the hell is a Soul Brother 85? And so enjoy your slave plantation. I'm not going to join you. I don't mind being a weird dude. I don't mind that at all. It's fine with me. I don't want nothing to do with you. Because I'm free. I'm liberated. You're a slave. That's the difference between you and I. So on that note, I want to remind us of our sisters. Hold on a second here. Yeah, here we go. Want to remind you now, come on, I know it's not working right. Oh, it's me. Okay. I want to remind us of Sister Nova's book, God is on Trial, How Religion Keeps Humanity Under Mind Control and Fear. And there might be other titles called God is on Trial, but what people leave out is her book is called God is on Trial, How Religion Keeps Humanity Under Mind Control and Fear. And she has not plagiarized nobody, has not copied nobody. A lot of the things in her book was already written years ago, and she added some new stuff and made a book. So you have a group of folks that just want credit that they didn't earn, that I did that. I'm very sure, I mean, it's very easy for those who question God to say God is on trial. I mean, that's easy to say. But her book is God is on Trial, How Religion Keeps Humanity Under Mind Control and Fear. That's the difference. And again, I thought I had put the link. I think I did. I'm very sure. Yeah, I had put the link, and you can. They could have always asked for the link. You can always come here, and if you want to join the conversation, you really want to deal with the how do I want to say that? I'm the official. I am the Reality's Temple. So you don't like what is being said, you can come deal with me in person. Now, there are some silly folks I don't allow because they silly. I'm not going to play ring around the roses with you. Go on to your slave plantation and keep doing what you do. You don't like me? Go about your business. I don't care if I never see or talk to you again in life. You don't mean nothing to me like that. I don't care. You ain't building nothing. You're not doing nothing. Just running your mouth like you've been doing for the last 10 years. Nothing's going to change for you because you have no creativity. You have no plan. You have no vision. You have no purpose. You have no goal. You're going nowhere. It reminds me of a truck that's stuck in the snow and the wheels just spinning. That's all this Pan-African, pro-blackity black. That's all they are. Nothing but a truck stuck in the snow and their wheels spinning. But here I am offering you salt, the Mississippi campaign, put under your tires so that you can get out of your predicament. But you don't want to accept it. You just rather because you got a lot of pride and you arrogant and you a bunch of know-it-alls. So the next 10 years, they're not going to produce nothing except some tennis shoes. What did you say? Some tennis shoes. They always selling tennis shoes and DVDs and hoodies. That's the only thing. That's the only thing they will give you. They will sell you a fish sandwich and some bean pies and a dashiki and them big old ox things that they wear around their neck. That's the best you're gonna get out of these people. That's the best you're gonna get out of these black men involved. And you know something? I like Terry Ellis because I could tell that Terry really, she has love for us as a people. Even from the very beginning, if you listen to Terry, you could tell that she really got concern and love for us as a people. But because of her job, she can't be like me. She can't talk like me because she got to go out on stage and make the white folks clap so she can get paid. So if she want to keep this lifestyle, she got to be careful. I was just watching an interview she did not too long ago. I could tell she was holding back. I was looking at her eyes, and you know how people's bodies be moving? Well, I'm watching her body anyway, but I'm just watching her, how her body reacts. She want to say something, but she knows she can't because it'll be all over. And next thing you know, En Vogue will be called racist, and Cindy will get mad at her, and Rona get mad at her. They won't get jobs. It'll be all messed up. But I can tell she wants to say something, and maybe one day we might see the real Terry Ellis when she don't have to worry about. See, if we had power and influence, she could talk. But our people can't talk, and we really can't express ourselves the way we want to because we got to be careful not to make Massa mad, make Massa upset. Because we have no power, we have no influence. Because she and En Vogue should be able to come to Mississippi and they could make a living just in Mississippi, going from town to town or whatever. Don't have to worry about being in some cracker face and free your mind. And what do it look like for a slave to talk about free your mind? You've been singing it for 30 years and you're still a slave on the plantation. Free your mind. Really? I'm sorry, I just got to keep it real. I can't. I just got to keep it real. Also, I want to thank you, everybody. And this is another thing too. You a scam artist. You just after people money. I don't even really talk about my medical fundraiser fund. I really don't even talk about it. I put it as a commercial in my compilation videos. I might put it up here a little bit. You don't see, I don't spend hours and minutes. Y'all need to give to my fund and blah, blah, and try to sell you that. I don't do that. You know what you want to do. You know about it. If you donate, you donate. If you don't, you don't. Why should I sell? Why should I sell it to you? Either you want to help your brother or you don't. I shouldn't have to sell. I shouldn't have to sell myself in a position here where I'm sick, I'm hurt, I can't work, I need your help. That should be enough. Why I got to continue to, will you donate to my medical fund? If you're a good person and blah, 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 you need to help your brother. Y'all help Taalik Nasheed. Why should I have to go through all that? It's not that serious. If you help me, you help me. If you don't, you don't. Like they said, God knows your heart. I'll leave it up to God, whatever. But I appreciate all those who have donated to my fundraiser. In fact, there are those who continue to donate. They're going to donate and help me until I'm able to get back on the road. And so I appreciate, and they donate every month and been donating every month, and not no baby stuff either. They've been donating where, and they're going to help me until I'm able to get back on the road. And I thank you so much for anything that you was able to do. I really appreciate it, because you don't have to give me nothing. You don't have to give me nothing. And that's fine. And I'm not angry at you, at nobody. Somebody that don't like me. I ain't giving you nothing. I don't care. You wasn't giving me nothing to begin with. What did you give me in 2007? What did you give me in 2008? What did you give me in 2009? What did you give me? You wasn't giving me nothing anyway. Like I'm gonna miss something. You wasn't giving me nothing anyway. Now, if you was giving me $1,000 a month and you said, well, I'm done, I give you. Now you got my, hey, I can understand why you say what you say. You ain't giving me nothing, never gave me nothing to begin with. Piss off. Who gives a damn? Like, who the hell are you? Don't care. And they could have joined the conversation this evening at this link. But the last folks that came here, it wasn't good for them, was it? I was civil. I was nice. I think I was nice. I was civil. I'm not gonna let you play games, ring around the roses. But you're gonna get your ass whipped every time you come here, cause I'm not Tariq Nasheed. I'm not none of these comedic folks. I'm not blackity black Pat African. I'm not. You trying to put me in a category I don't belong. I'm not those things. I'm not that. I'm just a brother sharing my experience with you, who, just like Terry Ellis, have a real concern with our situation in this nation. And I want it to end once and for all. You deserve, all of us, the 40 million, you and I, we deserve true liberation once and for all. I'm tired of waiting 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 1,000 years. You should be sick of it. You should support competent leadership. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I guarantee you, I'm way better than what's out there, than what you got. They're not taking you nowhere. You're not getting nothing for your investment. So you need to throw away that chicken dinner and get with a winner, because you're going to win here. Because that's the only thing that's acceptable. No excuses for failure. Our deacon says, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Take a chance. And another thing, another reason why you have a problem deal with me, because anybody that listen and watch my actions and my behavior, you don't have to like me, but they know I'm sincere about mine. I'm not looking to buy new cars and swimming pools and houses. I'll probably be dead in the next few months or 20 years. Who knows? So what is a swimming pool going to do for me? What is cars do for me? What is all this materialistic garbage that I never cared nothing about, even when I was young? Like I told you, when I was a child, I decided to push aside my own personal wants and get involved in the fight. Here you are, adults, and the only thing you want to do is be on a slave plantation. You don't have no fight. Truly pathetic. And you just think because you black power, assalamu alaikum, you think that you're not a slave. Well, I hate to tell you, reality check, you a slave still. As long as you live in your masa house, as long as you live in the United States, under the domination of these Peckerwoods, under their laws, under their policy, you have no power, you have no influence, you a Negro slave. I don't care how pretty you can talk. I don't care how famous you think that you are, you're a Negro slave. I would suggest to you, and I said this in closing, our best bet is to embrace this concept right here, what we call Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. That's the best thing we got going. And for those who think it's not the best, as long as you're civil, as long as you think that you can hold your emotions in check, I would be happy to debate. And I would break you down. I would destroy you in a matter of minutes because you don't have nothing that can compare to the Mississippi campaign. You know it already. I know it. You just want to be silly. I know about all y'all strategies. I already know all that stuff. You don't know nothing about Mississippi campaign. So how you gonna debate something that you don't know nothing about? You don't know how. You a slave. You can't even comprehend. But the main thing is you don't want unity. I don't want nothing to do with you anyway. Your unity is just to get me on your slave plantation, to continue this oppression forever. I want our children to be proud of us. We could be the greatest generation ever produced. But just like the brother said, really, we scared. You want somebody to blame. Because if you get on your own, you can't blame white people no more. You can only blame yourself. If you take control of the state of Mississippi and the condition of the state get worse, you can't blame them. You are in control. You're the one control the government. You want to be in a position so that you can keep this stuff going on and on and on and blame white folks and keep pimping poor black folks who's sincere, who do want to change, keep pimping them for their money. And they still living in poverty. They still don't have a damn thing. And Farrakhan living good like white folks do. Tariq Nasheed got his swimming pools. Young Farrah just bought him a house off of y'all dime, and the list goes on and on and on. If that's what you want, so be it. But for those who want a different choice and want to be around something that's really positive and real, then you come here, the Reality Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. And I say that you need to get on board the Soul Train. Subscribe to Operation Exodus Mississippi on YouTube. Also, you can like and you can follow Operation Exodus Mississippi on Facebook. That's our best bet. Don't be scared. And on that note, as our soul brother Don Cornelius used to always imparting, he taught us to say, I wish us love, peace, and soul. And we are 45,000.
He's good front runner and deals with adversity well, obviously. Yeah. Just trying to chip the little 9 in there, middle of the grade. Smart. I've already seen the scoreboard there now.